Okay, hi Libras. Welcome to your September-October reading. I'm so glad you are with me. Let's get it going. It starts off kind of scary, but it gets better. Okay, I promise it gets better. Emotionally, you guys are coming out of some really dark emotions that could have potentially been triggered by a third-party situations. I see a water sign could be heavily impacted by a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. I also see a Capricorn. You could have been affected by an earth sign. But anyway, somebody was being deceptive about a third party situation. They could have initially kind of downplayed their involvement, initially leading you to believe that the situation was way different from how they portrayed it. However they portrayed it, I hate the moon. I really, really do, because it's all about deceptions, illusions, and lies. And when somebody lies to us, they violate our internal boundaries. And most people don't respond particularly well when they've been violated or deceived. So the moon kind of triggers some pretty dark emotions like anxiety and frustrations and deep levels of loneliness and fathomless pain and hurt and paranoia. The moon sign represents your emotions, our vulnerable side. So Libras became really emotionally involved with someone that they thought that they vibed with. There was a very strong karmic connection, but one that could have literally driven you crazy because, see, in Spanish, the word for moon is luna, short for lunacy. Third party situations, when you love somebody or you think you love them, it can trigger dark, intense emotions like fear and jealousy and rage. And some people act out on those emotions and end up in jail. All you got to do is ask women who are serving life sentences from crimes of passion. So this was not a really good situation. It was toxic. Initially, you were drawn into this bondage. You were drawn in by desire and lust and charm and materialism and seduction and nonstop escape. It was like a way to escape. You were compelled to this passionate, all-consuming attraction. It made you feel good at first, but then it dragged you down and made you feel helpless, trapped, and hurt and confused. I think initially, Libras, you guys thought you could maybe make something happen with this person because they're a master manipulator, actually. But anyway, they were manipulating you. They were lying to you and selling you salt, but telling you it was sugar. So then the mask fell off, the secrets were exposed, and the truth was revealed. And you began to see the situation for what it really is. And now, in your most recent present situation, you're in the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? And that represents a new beginning. And this was a sexual situation, or there was romantic feelings, because if you add the 15 from the devil, you get 6, and that's the Lover's card. But the Wheel of Fortune talks about new beginnings now, okay? So now we're in the recent past, and you're in the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune always comes after the deep introspection of the Hermit. Let's move the little candles over here. And the Hermit always calls on a higher power to help him see the light. Look back at this Devil card. You see how the devil has a cross on his hand, and that's the only opening to escape. So a lot of you could have went to your spirituality, your faith. A lot of you went through the introspection of the Hermit, and the wisdom that you gained and applied from the Hermit has overhauled you from that toxic situation. And now you are in a new prosperous cycle. You worked real hard. See, the 6 of Wands is victory, but usually after hard work. So you worked real hard to liberate yourself from this bondage, this toxic situation, because you saw the futility of it. You analyzed, processed, investigated, got help, read books. You worked real hard to assimilate this experience here. Look at the 4 winged creatures on the Wheel of Fortune. It starts off with the Aquarius to the left. gathering information. Then some of you could be involved with an Aquarius or an air sign. And then the Taurus, some of you could be involved with the Taurus, absorbs the information. The Leo applies it with fire. And then finally the Scorpio transcends all of this and begins to fly above the storm like an eagle does. So despite having fortune on their side, these four-winged creatures are still taking responsibility for their own patterns. Because some of the truth that was revealed for some of you is that, you have an addiction. You could be addicted to drugs, alcohol, bad relationships, sex, but some of you saw the light. It wasn't just a light illuminated on the toxic situation, but also a light that maybe was illuminated on you or the other party. And I think it's really important to have compassion when we find out there's an addiction going on, because usually the purpose of an addiction is to heal us from some hidden pain that maybe we're not even cognizant of. So the moon to me represents the dark side of the relationship that we had with our mother. And the devil, represented by the Capricorn. Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. So maybe, for instance, some of you during your hermit stage, before you got to the Wheel of Fortune, realized that, I don't know, maybe your dad, for instance, hypothetically, abandoned you and your mom for another woman. And that's always really, really, truly messed you up. But it was hidden. Like you didn't know that it impacted you like that. And so I don't know, maybe you're attracted to men that remind you of your dad, and, you find a man who's going to be torn between you and another woman, and you don't even know why you do that. But some people may be stuck in some type of pain from the past that has never really been resolved. And so, now, I don't know, it's become a problem. Especially with these major arcanas here. Like if it was just some like a little temporary stuff, it would have been a minor. But for the moon and the devil to come up together, that's pretty fucking scary. If it's talking about love, hell yeah, So some of us may be attracting people or toxic situations that remind us of some type of trauma from our past, and our involvement with them is really an attempt to resolve that trauma and not really be with them per se, because a lot of you didn't even like this person. You didn't agree with their deceptive ways. Libras are honest people. We don't understand liars too well. And a lot of the reasons that these people use manipulation is because they don't have the strength to get themselves out of a toxic situation like we do. So for some people, our involvement with some of these people was just an attempt to resolve some trauma so that we can move forward and be victorious in love. Because see, you know what? Love doesn't hurt. I love when Oprah used to say that. Addiction hurts, but love doesn't hurt. Sometimes, like when you see the devil, it's like having strep throat. Okay, you can take some aspirin, and the only thing the aspirin is going to do is get the headache out. But if you got strep throat, you need a doctor's prescription for penicillin. Okay, the major arcana talks about secrets. The arcana talks about secrets too. There are major secrets, there are minor secrets. But for the devil to come up, it's saying that there is a way of relating that is at the root of some of us, some Libras, at the root of how we relate to men or women, and it could be causing some problems because it's actually some shit that happened a long time ago that's drawing these type of people to us, and that shit needs to be resolved, preferably by a professional. And some of you are already doing that because the recent past is the Wheel of Fortune, like I said, mixed with the Six of Wands. And what this is saying is that you're in a completely new cycle. Just like those four-winged creatures got busy reading and studying and taking responsibility for their patterns, Libra started to control their destiny, because the Wheel of Fortune talks about destiny. Okay, Libra started controlling their destiny with education and tools and information and the application of the things that they learned. And then it moved us to a very new prosperous cycle where we are the star attraction. The Six of Wands talks about victory, victory as a result of doing things correctly. See, your back is completely turned to that toxic situation. The devil is left talking about, where's she at? What? You're like, nigga, please. Honey, I done triumphed over that. Your back is turned completely away from that toxic situation. And now you are the star attraction again. The Wheel of Fortune speaks about cycles, old cycles ending, new cycles beginning. And in this new cycle, with this major arcana, there is no third party situation. You are the star attraction. You're getting all the attention. You're the woman on top. The Wheel of Fortune, Lady Luck saw all that work that you were doing on yourself and propelled you aggressively to a very new positive cycle. Okay? Now, the addiction wants to say, no, you missed them. You want to go back. And it's like, yeah, okay. No matter how you slice it and dice it, life is going very well without that addictive situation in our lives. And yeah, we may miss the feeling because the challenge in the spread is the devil. That's the challenge. Realizing that this was an addiction and it was not love, because love doesn't hurt. I've been with somebody who loves me. Love don't feel nothing like that. That's all sick shit. Now, maybe we don't like it, and maybe we don't want to be happy with them gone. You know, we wanted the situation that was going to work, but it just wasn't in the cards. And a lot of this shit was out of our control. Look at how many major arcanas are involved in this situation. So life is going well for Libras now because you did the work to liberate yourself out of that situation. And they're left looking at you with their mouths dropped open because they don't know how you did it. Libras are a masculine sign. We can take effort to get ourselves out of a situation. The truth of the matter is, whether we like it or not, life is going very well at this stage, and there's much growth and abundance. Some of you are getting promotions. Some of you are moving and, just moving ahead like you never had before in your life. The next card we have here is the present, and this is the Knight of Wands. Okay, this victory and the Knight of Wands. Now, Libras, with the Knight of Wands, some of you are really excited about some type of passionate new start. And linked with the Destiny card, linked with the Wheel of Fortune, the Destiny card, it appears that destiny may just in fact be involved with this passionate new start. And with the Six of Wands, it appears that you're going to be quite victorious over this situation. Also, with the Six of Wands, you could be victorious over any romantic rivals you have within the next 30-day cycle. I mean, this Knight of Wands can also represent like a person. This could be literally a fire sign that's rushing into your life. And this could be a Sagittarius, an Aries, a Leo. The Six of Wands represents Jupiter and Leo. So this could definitely be a Leo for a lot of you, or just a fire sign, or somebody who you just feel really excited about a new start. But yeah, this person is feeling you. Look at how he's looking at you. And look at how you're looking at them. But anyway, usually the Knight of Wands just wants a one-night stand, especially near and next to the Magician card. Okay. And so usually, like I said, the Knight of Wands, this fiery energy with the Magician just is looking for something to do. Not anything serious, a one-night stand. And I would usually say move on. But since he's coming at you with his back turned towards all the other suitors, he has lots of options, or you have lots of options. There is an air sign, a water sign, a earth sign, a fire sign. But you looking at him and he looking at you. So some of y'all are starting something with somebody. Now, again, usually the Knight of Wands with the Magician is a player. But since you're coming in with victory and Lady Luck on your side, I would say that you just may be that woman. You may be the woman of his dreams. Yeah, and I say that because the next batch of cards that we're dealing with are the Nine of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is you getting what it is that you want, and this is behind the Knight of Wands with the woman of your dreams, someone that you've always wanted since you were a child. So for some of you, and you'll know who I'm talking to, for some of you, you may be just dating somebody who just really wasn't thinking about getting married. They probably saw themselves as an eternal bachelorette or bachelor. But as you guys begin to spend some time with each other, he's going to start feeling that, wow, I've met the woman of my dreams. Now, some of you don't give a damn. You're done. Okay? You don't give a damn if this person feels like you're the woman of their dreams, nightmare, vision, imagination, what the hell ever. You are done. That's it, and that's all. And for some of you, this Knight of Wands can represent the very last leg of allowing this toxic situation out. Like you're not in this pain anymore. Fortune is turning, and you're almost ready to let that person go and start dating. And those of you who are not dating, you're really focused on some new passionate start that makes you feel really alive and like you're on fire. Some of you will be out and about, just doing your thing, looking good, attracting people just at McDonald's, at the dollar store. People are going to be noticing you. Again, a lot of attention is going to be coming from a lot of different romantic suitors. You guys are in a new season, a new cycle. And in this new cycle and in this new season, there is not a third party situation. You are the grande dame. And if there is a third party situation, you're going to be victorious. Not with somebody that you already had a toxic cycle with, though. I'm feeling like this is new energy. So I see some of you making a very passionate new start towards something that is very fulfilling for you. And I see you gathering the resources that you need and the support and even the money to make this happen. And it's going to make you very emotionally fulfilled as you use your intuition to guide you towards some type of childhood passionate dream that you're going to make happen for yourself. And also, let's go back over here. With the Wheel of Fortune and somebody getting a lot of attention and somebody traveling and the Magician, some of you could be dating somebody who is famous. Some of you could be in the limelight. Some of you are just going to be getting attention, maybe from a fire sign, and they're going to make you feel real good about yourself. And if you're willing to put in the work and the effort, you guys really could make it happen. I see stable emotions for you this month, Libras. I see your emotions lining up stable. I see you getting a wish that you've always wanted. I see some type of woman revealing some truth to you that's going to help you stabilize your emotions. Like some of you may get some type of diagnosis. I don't know. You're going to get something revealed to you that's going to help you really stabilize your emotions. I also see you coming together or hearing from somebody from your past, maybe, and maybe you guys will get some type of closure in your situation. Others of you are going to be dating. I see you going forward, full speed ahead. So the advice with this new start, if this is somebody that you just met or you're moving forward with full speed ahead, the advice here with all this fiery energy and with the High Priestess here talking about using your intuition, the advice here is to not rush in. Okay? Don't rush in, not too quick. I know you're excited. It just kind of feels like things are right. But with the High Priestess here, it's saying to use your intuition, your intelligence, your experience, and find a pace. Find a pace that is going to help you not burn out. And like I said, for those of you who are dating, look at how he is looking at you and how his back is turned to all other suitors. Somebody is feeling you. And all you got to do, Libra, is be yourself, because he like that. You two have a lot of passion for each other. A lot of passion. And you will beat all of your romantic rivals within this 30-day period of time. Okay? Again, the advice to you Libra singles who are currently dating is to not rush in. Take your time. Some of you are already thinking about relocating to be with each other, and you just met each other 5 minutes ago. Also, with the Knight of Wands, I see a change of residence. I talk to a lot of Libras, so some of this I just already know, okay? So a lot of Libras are changing residence, or if you had some type of conflict with your residential situation, I see you being victorious over it now. I think people are going to start seeing things your way. Also, if you have any child custody concerns, I see you winning and being victorious over this situation. Now, my Magician card talks about, it's my broadcasting card. So some of you, again, could be in the public's eye, dating somebody who's in the public's eye, or just moving into a more high-profile position. Now, for you married couples, I see that you guys just left a bad batch, but it's over now. It looks like fortune is on your side and that bad times are behind you. And you guys may be having a new passionate start. It could be to expand your family, okay? But I see some type of woman holding the key to this situation, but I see everything working out legally well for you. I see you guys going to be coming out of the dark. If there was another woman involved, that woman is gone. And you and your husband are going to find out, or you and your major relationship are going to fall in love again with each other. And he will be reminded why he chose you to be his wife, or why he is with you. Now, I do see some of you still kind of lingering a little bit about this past situation, but those feelings are nowhere like they were. Nowhere like they were. So, yeah, for you married couples, like I said, I see a passionate new start that's going to overturn all of the bad things that you guys had been going through recently, maybe the last 6 months or year or whatever, maybe some lunacy, drug addiction, other women. I see that this month you guys will be communicating stronger than you ever had in a while. And you guys may be out and about, going out on the town. And that's maybe the cure for some of you anyway, is just getting out of the house more. I see again some type of wish being fulfilled in your marriage. And this person may quietly tell you that you are the woman of their dreams, and something, I don't know, maybe your patience in this situation and your love and your willing to stick it out with them, and you know how you didn't leave them, but you were willing to stick it out with them. That's going to just remind them maybe how much they love you. Also, I feel that some of you Libras are maybe attracting or going out with somebody who's fine, and you know how we like them fine. Okay, some of you are really passionate about this new fiery start that you have with somebody who gets a lot of attention, who may be something that you've always wanted, and this is a looker. And some of you are thinking that, oh, I'm just with a player. This person is a player. I'm not going to take anything they have to say seriously because they're a player. And then throughout the 30 days of going out with them, you just may realize, wow, this person has a lot of things that I've been looking for a long time in a companion. So Libras, this is going to be a really good emotional month for you. Emotionally, you're going to feel better than you felt in a long time. I see wishes being fulfilled. And I feel that you could potentially start dating someone who could be younger than you or who is very attractive. I see good sex for some of you. This card right here, the Six of Cups, is Venus and Scorpio. So I see some good sex. Some of you could be torn between two people. But I see you moving to the person who you have an established relationship with. And if you're single, some of you are single, and like I said, you're deciding that you're just not going to date. You're going to just give all of your attention on this new promotion, this new job. I see, like I said, maybe some of you will be changing residence because you got a new job in a new state. But some of you Libras are just turning your back towards this toxic situation. You have triumphed over it. You're at the very last bits of letting it go, and you're getting ready to start dating again, although you don't know it. You have a passionate new start with something that you may be broadcasting to the world or just broadcasting to people within your community, and it's going to make you very happy. And one of the things that the High Priestess says is, I don't know what you want. So you need to write it on this scroll. What kind of man do you want so I can bring it for you? Write down what you want so you can get out of the cold of being alone, for those of you who are single, and I can bring you exactly what you asked for, something that you've always wanted. Okay? So that's what I see for the month of September to October for my Libras.